Oh, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. We came back to Ishgard, and we could go see Sir Amric, but I figured we could get these level 60 dungeons out of the way. Maybe. And we're back on Dragoon because, well, I've gotten all of Clyde's jobs to level 62 or higher, and felt like, well, you know, we haven't played Dragoon in a little while, so why not? Although part of me regrets not coming on tank because might miss out on some of the last boss fight, but we'll see. We shall see. First up, we got some mildly interesting mechanics with basically the Maelstrom has unloaded wild animals, or tamed animals, I guess. Specifically for, I guess, getting the Maelstrom ready to fight monsters? I don't know. I don't know the rationale behind this training program. Other than we're training with them now. Maelstrom Beastmaster, huh? Wonder if we'll ever get Beastmaster as a class in this game. I know people doubted it way back when they were still convinced that this game was somehow similar, or was so different. Like that was the either mindset. They either thought you either mistakenly thought this was like Final Fantasy XI because you hadn't played it, or you thought it was so radically different that no idea from 11 could ever be made to work in 14 systems. More civilized targets, huh? Captain Roswin with the Sanguine Sirens. How about that? A proper drilling, huh? They got guns. Exciting. Dynamic. But honestly, pretty easy. But I'm sure they give Garleans a run for their money. Man, I forget how many waves there were. Yeah, sure, I'll take free seals. Why not? Jungle Sasquatch. Quality pool, quality pool. Oh great, they got more gorillas throwing shit at us. Sekiro all over again, except this came out like 4 years before Sekiro, but you know, whatever. Monkey slinging poo is always a common staple. Ymir unshelled, huh? Ah, Captain Carvalhain. Best of the signs already. Why Rosalind would scarce have time to swear herself hoarse. He's gonna have us fight a monster. Final Fantasy VI reference, ho! Now, this sticky stuff we put down, you can stand in it to dodge the lightning if you get an orange bobber telegraph like Dave got. But the lightning is non-lethal. It's not even close to lethal. So you might as well just ignore it, really, honestly. I mean, you can't take a million hits, you know, like you're not going to take all of his bullets, but in the interest of killing it faster, you can pretty much ignore things. Almost. These are going to explode. And they do that. I'm trying to remember what HP values were like when this first came out, because it was an expert dungeon. It was a little bit more dangerous than other bosses. Oh hey look, that's the same kind of helmet that I've got, except it's got, you know, it's the predecessor to the set I'm wearing. It's got blue feathers. Whereas mine could have any color feathers that I want, because I can dye it. See? Yeah, this paladin, that's named Gohan, really wants to go. Which is fine, I guess. High tide and low tide, huh? Now these guys are a little bit interesting. Barracuda Elites. They're male weaves. personal espionage unit or whatever. And elite soldiers. And we heard them referenced in, you know, way earlier in Realm Reborn when she was at Cartano, you know. Have the Barracudas do the thing, you know. I don't remember her saying my name like that. I think if you're part of the Maelstrom, she says your rank. So like, I waited for this for a long time, you know, Captain. If I were, you know, Maelstrom, she'd say Captain Wyvernhide. But she has renamed warrior abilities. So she's basically got Fell Cleave, which they decided to call Raging Rush for her. And then she has Decimate, which they decided to call Madness. Oh look, it's Mare Wilb herself. Good old Mistbeard. Oh, he waited on me. How about that? What's kind of funny is this boss has two phases. The phase we're in right now, he actually does more damage than he's going to do in the next phase. If you're reading the flavor text as it's popping up, they're basically going to tell him to let loose and fight like he did in the old days as a pirate. Go ahead and fight as his Mistbeard. So, swing. Mid-battle job change. Now he uses a gun. And basically, he does a mixture of shooting barrels with gunpowder in them and poisoning you. And to remedy the poison, you can walk over to one of the chests with a, you know, with an antidote in it, basically. But he's not going to last long enough for the poison stack to matter, because at one stack, it really doesn't matter. You can also completely negate that mechanic if you have shields on your party, like you're a scholar or an astrologian. If you've got shields on your party, when he tries to poison the group, if it doesn't break the shield, you don't get poisoned. So, yeah, he really should have stuck with... Oh no, we're capped on Poetics. He really should have stuck with fighting us with the Great Axe, because he's got a cleave that's guaranteed critical damage on the tank, does a lot of damage. And then he's got a guaranteed, you know, raid-wide that does a lot of damage. And if he just kept spamming those, you know, he could easily, you know, kick your butt. So, well fought. Mayhap you will have the pleasure of facing me one day. Are you implying that you're stronger than Mistbeard? So I got the pucker. I don't have pucker up on Clyde, do I? Sad day. I can at least blow her a kiss. Hopefully this doesn't teleport us back to like Morbi Dry Docks or some shit. But, yeah, we'll see. Oh, look, it did exactly what I told it not to do. Okay, whatever. We'll just, since we're in the area, we'll go ahead and go there. And finish this up. If we can, anyway. I forgot to take note of how long we were in there. It's probably about 15 to 20 minutes, so... Could be worse. Could be better. The worst thing about it all is having to teleport to Limsa with how congested it is on this server. Go to the Shadowbringer zone. Now we got one other dungeon we can do that's not locked behind the main story quests that we can go ahead and queue for. And that would be Pharos Sirius hard mode, which I should probably go ahead and get out of the way because it's probably also going to teleport us back to Limsa. And I was trying to stay in Ishgard while doing these, but oh well. Maybe I should have done them off camera and then done them on camera to just to not get automatically teleported places, but oh well. All of Limsa will know the tail airlong. Well, pirates have always been comically weak compared to the heroes in Final Fantasy, but it's also a Final Fantasy staple that the pirates are either give you their ship or ally themselves with you, or both. Oh, poor Mistbeard. He's a little... His pride's hurt a little bit, you know, but... Though I doubt he's as spry now as he was back then. I hope you didn't give him too bad of a beating. Legends like Mistbeard never get old, but the Chief, well, he's just a man. Alright, well, looks like this queue's not going to be particularly fast. I suppose I could switch over to the tank to try to get it out of the way faster. But... if I was going to do that, why did I leave Limsa? I'm not thinking straight. I'm not. I don't got much going on upstairs. Yeah, sure. I'll go talk to the Lord Commander. There's totally no way we'll be interrupted by the queue.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
Yeah, something like that. Someone said...
You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity
okay, we'll come back and do this cutscene in a second,
and dragon, through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might be.
I swear he was just talking to me, then he was gone. Flying us in on the airship. Like we got a Vieira something or other, a Catboy, and a Lalafell. An ever so slightly remixed Pharos Sirius theme. Double red mage. Okay, it's like kind of like having a double rainbow, I guess. You can do some pretty big pulls in here. Fortunately, most of the monsters hit like wet noodles, so I fully encourage you to do big pulls in here. Killed, because after the first boss there's a really big pull that I love doing. Not sure if Maple Cap can stand up to it though. We'll find out though. What you're supposed to do with that tether is take it to one of the animals on the outer rim. Otherwise, that ad is going to turn into whatever it's tethered to. So it's going to turn into a Gra. And when it turns into a Gra, like that, it makes the boss stronger. But if you make it turn into animal Gras instead, then the boss doesn't get attack up and the ads are weaker. Will heal for nudes. Who's that? Restun. This pull scares a lot of healers because you have the bombs happening to you at the same time. You can ignore the bombs. They're not lethal. And they're literally a speedrun deterrent. They're nothing else. And their source is all the way at the bottom of the steps anyway. So it's kind of a good idea to just go ahead and get all the way down here. Although, whether the healer is going to keep up with me or not, is another story. And as soon as the bomb thing breaks, you can actually come down to these 3 things. So, not only can it be one of the largest pulls, you can, before the pull's even over, you can get it even further along. Can't get through the boss door without this stupid key. This boss is pretty interesting, actually. You can see it's a uniquely helmeted kobold leader. You get these cracks in the floor, and then you get these gelads. The first person to touch the gelad will get the tether. So the gelad will follow them. You want to take the gelad over the crack in order to prevent more gelads from spawning. But which, without the gelads frunking up the cracks, then I'm not exactly sure what happens, but eventually it's bad. But he's gonna die so quickly here that once again, you don't really gotta worry. I'm all for DPS sprinting, because God knows I do it. But when they're like willing to run ahead of the tank, like, and just completely ignore the tank and like do whatever they want, like, yeah, I understand that's a person behind the screen, and like I do it sometimes too. But it's annoying. It's annoying. Like, I'm the leader here. Back up, you. Quit stepping, fool. Stuff like that. What you want to do down here is just like before, you want to destroy the bomb incubators, because they're sending bombs to blow open walls to let more kobolds into the lighthouse. Or I guess those guys are already over there? Ah, well. If they don't matter for opening the door, then I guess we don't have to kill them. But if they do, then it's gonna be annoying. I guess they do. I guess they do matter. Yeah, it's one of my favorite dungeons, though. I like the lighting in it. I like the bosses. I like the fact that you can do really ginormous pulls. That's another Final Fantasy IV reference. The Mom Bomb. Oh hey, Maple Cap was new. Good on ya. Good on ya, Maple Cat. I want to kill the gray bombs first because they grow in size, and eventually if they get too big, they explode, and if too many of them explode, you die. That could be worse. Now that remedy bomb over there is going to move towards the gray bomb. When it reaches the gray bomb, then you take a lot of damage. But you can knock the remedy bomb away. You can't kill remedy bombs, but you can knock them away. That's all we're going to see of those, because like everything else, he's going to crumple and die before he can do another phase of it. Alright, I needed to spend my poetics. I was a fool! Cobalt's like, man, what gives? What gives? I guess I'll calm whoever's still on the duty when I get out of this cutscene. And if everyone's still here, then I'll calm the healer. Ah, the healer's still here. Good stuff, Maple Cat. Aw, no comms for me. And no poetics either. I wasted my own bonus. No. Yeah, I'll be okay. What could I even get? I mean, obviously I could get gear. Let's see, I could augment more. No, I got all the augmented gear. I guess I could get the Shire hands maybe, if they're better than... I mean, they are better, but... That's right. Yeah, sure. I'll go give the knife back to the person that was involved with the first Pharos Sirius dungeon run, and not this one really at all. Till sea swallows all. Okay. The ferry skipper is here, even though I didn't take him over. Sometimes I have a hard time reading it when they're having them speak a dialect with colloquial terms and things. Sorry for all the yawning. It's my brothers. Quest complete. Oh, excuse me if you heard that. Sneezed. Ugh. I guess we'll go see if we can get through this cutscene with Americ. We got, what, like 22, 23 minutes left on the recording, so we got some time for cutscene. Might start the next recording up with Cuff of the Sun there, as you can see in our duty log. The doorway for the Forgotten Knight is just so much more welcoming than the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope.
But the scriptwriter could.
Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
Seems legit.
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the Worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
He's
It has not
hot-blooded.
been easy reaching out
Hot-blooded.
to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the Zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get fucked up by the people, the very people setting it up.
I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late after all.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Aw, Amrek wants to have a drink with me. Wonder why Clyde was so upset by that. Like, he seemed to just be like, of all the things I've been asked to do, and having a drink with Amrek, god damn it, I don't want to do that. Pretty elf boy, ugh. Honestly, I quite like Amrek. Not only is he voiced by Griggs of Benheim, but he's got a cool sword, got a cool outfit. I think like a ton of the ladies in the player base want to bang him, and a lot of the dudes do too, so he's popular, you know. Feel like he's voice acted well, and he's just an all-around good chap. What's up, you hot, sexy Garlean? Make well the curtain above, huh? Yeah, don't forget that Amarek's a man at the end of the day, Lucia. And he can give you the good D if you let him. Judging by the fact that he wants to take Clyde out for drinks, I'd say that you should probably stop hero worshiping him and also go out with him for drinks. And have a good time. Doesn't look like he's lowborn. All these people, those two guys seem like they're happy. Speak for Torel. Alright, alright. A Torel. Ah, Madeline, me Madeline, me Madeline. Sure was. Max potions. Man, Clyde's bloodthirsty. Like, no one else is worried about wolves. If they were, you know, they would just... I mean, dragons don't gotta worry about wolves. Like, Vidofnir doesn't have to worry about wolves. Like, what is this silliness? At least they give some XP for Palador there. Or Palador, or however you say it. It's a fantasy name too, as far as I know. A-do boop, a-do do do, a-do do do, boop boop, a-do ba-do. Cha. Sha sha sha. Grizzled fellow, huh? Oh, Thancred? Kinda wish we had more cutscenes where we used our mana cutter to fly places and do things. The Sky Pirate questline was nice, because it made use of it. But I'm pretty sure that other than that, it's never really gonna get used again. Ah, okay, so he was worried about the heretics coming to make peace. But I mean, the heretics live out there day in and day out. I wouldn't think they have too much to fear when traveling in a pair or a group from wolves. I mean, they're fully armored and... well, whatever. Whatever, no never, whatever, no never. Hardly ever. I guess we'll take the max ether, actually. For those we have lost, huh? Looks like I'm gonna get that drink sooner than I wanted to get it. But Amric's not here yet. I guess I can have a drink with Thancred.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Wonder why this random chick is being voice acted.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
I don't know if dragons eat bread. Ooh, am I having a terrible echo vision? No?
You were right, my friend. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it.
Did she poison me? Am I dying? Is that why she was voice acted? Is this the end of Final Fantasy XIV as we know it?
Blech.
Maybe it was just a sleeping potion.
Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
This was never your fight.
Oh boy. She's not happy about the peace conference, is she? What with her husband having died and all. Oh hey, we are gonna get an echo vision. We can have echo visions while we're unconscious. How about that?
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen.
Oh?
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.